Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri is seeking a total ban on all kinds of online gambling, citing the alleged social ills spawned by virtual casinos. Zubiri filed Senate Bill 142, or Anti-Online Gambling Act of 2025, which prohibits all forms of online gambling in the country, even those authorized by the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, or PAGCOR.
Hindi na po ito basta regulation, total ban na po ito. Para tuluyan na natin matigil ang online gambling na umuubos ng pera ng ating mga kababayan mula sa iba't ibang sektor.
For Zubiri, a total ban is more effective than regulating the industry, saying the social cost is not worth the potential revenues. Based on data from PAGCOR, Senator Zubiri said the government's revenue from online gambling in the first quarter of 2025 reached more than 47 billion pesos. This amount, however, is not enough reason to continue online gambling, according to Zubiri.
The 47 billion is not enough to justify that. As a matter of fact, napakaliit yan.
He appealed to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to address the problem of online gambling.
It will take the president a lot of political will because Filipino operated ito, maraming din siya kaibigan na nagmamayari nito mga kumpanya na ito. I would love to hear that from the president, even in his State of the Nation address.
Malacanang said the president will not thumb down any measure that will curb gambling addiction. Castro assured the fight against unregistered online gaming sites will be intensified. Zubiri also called on celebrities to not use their influence to encourage online gambling. He also shared the concern of some malls about their sales going down, which they think might be linked to online gambling. Prohibited acts under Zubiri's bill include the establishment, operation, or conduct of online gambling in the Philippines and acceptance of any form of betting or wager by digital gambling platforms or applications. The bill also proposes fines, suspension of license to operate, and imprisonment. Some lawmakers in the House of Representatives expressed support for Zubiri's bill.
If we ban the POGO in real and physical form, why can't we do that virtually?
The Akbayan Party List and Dinagat Islands Representative Kakabag-Aw, meanwhile, filed their Contra Isugal Act of 2025, which aims to regulate online gambling.
Dapat 21 years old or above lang ang pwede mag-access ng online gambling.
The bill requires a national ID or government-issued ID before a person can access online gambling sites. Senator G.V. Ejercito, for his part, said online gambling poses a greater danger than Philippine offshore gaming operators or POGOs, which have already been banned. According to Ejercito, online gambling is worse than POGOs because Filipinos are the ones victimized. He urged the National Telecommunications Commission to consider blocking online gambling platforms upon the request of individuals or families trying to recover or protect their loved ones. Ejercito also wants to ban e-wallets, which make it easier for people to access online gambling sites. Victoria Tulad, ABS-CBN News.
More Filipinos are reportedly being trafficked to illegal gaming hubs in Pakistan. Philippine immigration authorities continue to intercept Filipinos who were supposedly recruited for tech jobs in the South Asian country. The Immigration Bureau says it is coordinating with Pakistan's embassy in Manila to address the new trafficking scheme.
Pakistan, ito yung pinakauna natin kasi karapihan naman natin na intercept yung going to
Cambodia.
Myanmar, Cambodia na ang kanilang presentation naman we are going to Thailand. Pero itong Pakistan, ito ang una nating na-intercept na mayroon na naman bagong destinasyon yung ating mga kababayan at wala kasi tayong direct flight, no? That's why they are using sometimes yung Hong Kong at ibang country to transit.
Makati Mayor Nancy Binay warns of financial trouble for the city after her sister and predecessor approved a settlement deal with the builder of the now aborted Makati subway. But former Makati Mayor Abby Binay says her older sister is raising unfounded fears. Andrea Taguines reports.
$160 million or 9 billion pesos. That's how much the local government of Makati would need to pay the contractor of the stalled Makati Subway project, Philippine Infradev Holdings Inc., under the settlement agreement entered into by the administration of former Mayor Abby Binay. The project was deemed no longer feasible due to a 2023 Supreme Court decision that put 10 EMBO barangays under the jurisdiction of Taguig City. This affected the location of several subway stations, including its depot. But the settlement deal is now being questioned by her very sister, new Makati Mayor Nancy Binay, who noted that there is no allocated funding for it in Makati City's 2025 budget. So if the Singapore International Arbitration Center, or SIAC, approves the agreement, the new administration warned that the city's financial health will be put at serious risk.
There is already a certification from the budget department of the city of Makati that there, to that effect, no existing appropriations. Based on that alone, we've determined preliminarily that it's a legally flawed agreement and that it is grossly disadvantageous to the city government of Makati.
The new